Welcome to the complete animation of Porsha Crystal from the 2021 animated film Sing 2. So, I guess I'll use this as a bit of an opportunity to also talk about Sing 1. Sing 1 came out in 2016, and I didn't see it back then. And to be honest, the trailers that I saw for it didn't really grab me. But I finally saw it, 5 years later, and holy cow, I found Sing to be just a delightful movie. I really enjoyed it. I liked a lot of the storylines, and my favorite of all the characters in there was Johnny. I found his story to be the most appealing. And so, yeah, now that Sing 2 is out, I went to see it. Went to see it with my girlfriend. We both enjoyed it immensely. In fact, I went and rewatched it with her because she'd seen bits and pieces of it, but hadn't seen the whole thing. And yeah, I liked it, seeing the whole movie for the second time with her. And then we went to see Sing 2 in the theater, and we both really enjoyed it. And I feel like it had a really good mix of just moving the story along, but also having a time to just have fun with some songs. And yeah, so Sing 2. Let's see. This is the latest movie from Illumination. I have mixed feelings about Illumination as a studio. It's like, obviously they are proficient and skilled and technically adept, but at the same time, Minions. It's a complicated thing. It's like, studio executives and, making money is what it's really all about. And it turns out that Minions is a gold mine. And it's like, I feel like I'm not even entitled to really judge Minions because I haven't even seen the movie. Like, I saw Despicable Me 1 in theaters way back when it came out, and I've never seen any of its sequels. I haven't seen Minions the movie. Like, I haven't seen these things, and I feel like, am I even allowed to pass judgment on these things when I haven't seen them? I don't know. But I do feel like I'm okay with just feeling like leaning on that property so hard isn't for me, and whatever. But let us instead talk about Sing 2. So Sing 2 is really good, and on a technical level, this movie is gorgeous. It's like, it feels like fur and lighting has finally arrived. It's like, we are at the plateau point of this part of 3D animation. It's like, if you look at this movie right now, Sing 2, and then look at some animal movie that comes out in, let's say, 30 years from now, so in the 2050s, if you see that, I doubt that it'll look that much better. Like, the fur and the lighting just looks really good. And I can't be sure. Like, I'm not good enough at the technicality of everything to be able to say how the technical aspects of everything work. But I'm pretty sure that this movie uses a ton of path tracing for its lighting and reflections. But the animation is really cool. Like, the way that these characters actually move. Like, this character, Porsha, she has some really expressive ears. And it's like her entire, character model is really interesting. She is just tall and skinny. But it's like, she's not a twig. It's like, she's pretty twiggy, but it's kind of weird. It's like the trunk of her body and her legs are, long and tall, but then her arms are really skinny. And I'll be honest, I think that her musical number is one of my favorites. Just, it's sort of like a more modern pop rock ballad opera. And it's like, I looked it up, and it's like, most of the songs in this movie aren't original to the movie, but it's like the way that they just fit in just makes it feel so natural. It's like these songs might as well have been written for this movie because of just how well they fit. In that way, I think Sing 2 is kind of like the modern Fantasia, where it's taking music that already exists, playing it all over again with a new arrangement, but animating to it. Speaking of which, I would like to see a new Fantasia one of these days, where it's just Walt Disney Animation Studios making real, like, experimental, out there things to classical music. It's like, this is kind of like what Fantasia would be if it was more grounded and was more about just pop songs. But yeah, like, this movie made me feel things. Just its characters and its music and just everything about it. It just did it for me. I can't wait for the 4K Blu-ray of this to come out because I'm going to watch it again. It's like, yeah, there's ways to watch it already again, streaming and 4K or whatever, but I want the 4K Blu-ray. I want it to be the most pristine quality I can. And I think that is just about the highest praise that I can give a movie, that I liked it so much that I can't wait to see it again, but at the highest quality that I can. It's like, the footage that I got for this was just like, some whatever 1080p, not the best codec and quality and whatever, but yeah, so Sing 2. The character of Porsha is interesting. For starters, I've never seen Porsha spelled that way, Porsha. It's not like a Porsche, the car, and it's not Porsha with a TIA. And it's like, she did a good job, but like, the character is an interesting one of being, the totally spoiled rich kid of the rich, Las Vegas executive. And I think one of the best things about this movie is just felt like a natural but bigger, good follow-up to the original. Especially like the Alice in Wonderland thing that they had going at the very beginning. I loved that. It was exactly like what you would want to see from a smaller, local theater putting on. Thanks for watching.